Podium day, yeah.
How you doing?
Well, how's everybody else doing?
Hi, Manny.
What's
Wanted to
happening?
ask you on health on a few guys. Zion Nelson, is he okay? We've seen him on the sideline some. As far as September 4th, in context of that, with these guys, two running backs, Harris, obviously, Cheney coming back from the shoulder, Zion Nelson, and the last one was Sam Brooks coming back, obviously, from the toe out here
Yeah.
today. September 4th, realistic for all four?
Zion, Harris, Cheney, and Brooks?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Yeah, that's all those guys are in different versions of limitations of reps, but should be in varying stages cleared before the 4th.
So how would you assess practice at this point?
Today, first day in full pads. We did a good exercise. I don't even know what day today is. Tuesday, I guess. Tuesday night, because yesterday we had to take an off day, where we came in here, created a lot of atmosphere, moved the ball around, tried to create some of that game day chaos, and it was a great exercise. See, we're going to do that more and more. We got to put our guys in that situation where we can be comfortable in chaos. Everyone is working hard. Practice has been physical. They've been high energy, highly spirited, but that next step is being able to function in that environment and do simple things well in chaotic environments. Like I said, I'm pleased they're giving us what they have. The next 8 days, through next weekend will be very important.
I want to ask you about linebacker. Just what have you liked or learned about that group through about 1 week now?
In my mind, we're better than we were a year ago already. But we're not there yet. All of the guys in that room have upped their game. But now with it being such an open competition, it's like race cars, and they take turns nosing out in front of each other. And that's good, because what's happening is when that happens is the race cars are all driving faster, which I think is a thing that we were lacking a year ago. So, again, I feel we have depth. I think, again, by next weekend, I think I'm looking for some guy to say, I'm not just good at the play, I'm the guy that has to be out there the first play of the game.
How would you assess, from a macro standpoint, after a week of practice, how would you assess the team and also the expectations you guys have for the season?
The team and our expectations?
Yeah, well, how would you assess the team after a week of
We don't, listen, all we've talked about, like in our first meeting, we talked about, okay, we understand the goals that we have, and then we don't talk about that anymore, because that's result-based. I mean, all we talk about is our level of competitiveness in everything we do. Bringing a notebook to every meeting is competing. They don't see it that way. They think competing is something get measured by a catapult. So just getting, and when I say they, I mean some of them. That's it, man. I mean, to me, just getting our competitive spirit enough. That's why I talked earlier. I think I kind of answered that a little bit about just getting comfortable with that chaos and getting able to play at that speed, at that level, so that we're more comfortable on any stage we take our team to.
Tyreek Stevenson, how is he doing? Coming from SEC, what does he bring? And he talked a lot about wanting to play on the outside, that he didn't really get that chance. Just talk about him.
Yeah, I think he's really made a big impact in our secondary. I don't think it matters what conference he played in before. The guy's a good football player. We've known him since he was a ninth grader. I think he loves being here. I think he fits in with our guys in the locker room. But he brings a competitive spirit, as I was mentioning, and a confidence back there. The way he moves for his size, he's a big dude. He's dropped some pounds from this summer, and he believes he's going to make every play when the ball is thrown his way. And I feel like our offense notices him when they're on the field. I think they feel his presence when he's out there.
You assess what Chelsea Rambo we've seen so far, but is there a difference between what you saw in the spring and having the summer, the Eric and all that?
Oh yeah, of course there's a difference, and just another year, another go about of being in Rob Likens meetings. Rob Likens is an outstanding receivers coach, and all of the transfers that we've had come in, going back to Adrian Colbert in 2016, it's new, because these are not high school kids coming in. They've been taught a certain way, may not right, wrong, or indifferent, and then they got to come and find a new way to do things. So there's always that comfort level of getting to the point where it is, just routine to understand what Coach Likens is teaching. I think he's feeling more comfortable with all that.
Many of the young guys entering their second and third year, beyond Keyshawn Smith, who comes to mind if I ask who's taken a jump where you think they're going to be able to help you on the field this year? Who's taken the biggest jump in performance production so far through a week?
Second or third year.
Guys have been here for a short time. Smith would be one, I assume, right, Keyshawn? There'd be others.
You mean Keontre?
Keontre.
Keontre Smith.
Keontre.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Keontre Smith. Geez, I'm just trying to think of framing it that way. Let's see. Like in the back end, I mean, a guy like young guys are still impressive. I mean, just to me, the new ones, like Cam Kitchens and James, those guys. Brian Balaam has been impressive. Really missed that guy in the spring. Brian, I think, has got a really big future. Trying to think of him by class. Chance Williams has done some nice things this camp. I think he's shown he's got a lot of promise ahead of him. Just trying to think of.
And I guess on offense, Keyshawn Smith and Redding, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, that class, Keyshawn, Redding, Restrepo, of course. I mean, it's the last two classes. The 20 and 21s there's some dudes in those classes. They're good players.
A couple more. You broke up your defensive line. We're talking about how much they've trimmed down John Ford, and I guess was there an emphasis at all to just get slimmer and faster? What was kind of the offseason improvement?
I think those are the decisions that guys make. I think that goes in line with the decision to come back this year. I think all those guys and deciding to run it back. I think there's a lot of self-realization. It's like, okay, listen, if I really want to be this, what do I have to do to be this? I mean, we certainly have had Dave Philly does an amazing job with those guys, but you got to commit when you're outside of this building. For example, like on weight loss, that's a lifestyle thing. And so I think the commitment of the older guys, because I just think it just feels like there's a different reason why they're here now, more serious perhaps. And I think that's one place where that manifests. The plan for which guys?
The running backs, with Dawn and Cam, red jerseys, we see them do some drills, but not which kind of plan.
Right. Well, those guys aren't going to be in those red jerseys much longer. So they'll do the 7-on-7s and 1-on-1s and things where we're not hitting them. But as soon as they tell us we can hit them, we'll start hitting them.
Freshman receivers, how they're looking.
Romelo's been a little bit limited with a soft tissue injury, but he should be back any day now. Rashard Jacoby, those guys keep making plays. They keep making mistakes too because they're freshmen and it goes really, really fast. But all three of those guys are really good takes.
Last question.
Really speaking out, like vaccines, and really appalling, and really say how important it is. Some have gotten to 100%. I know you said I assume you're getting close to 85 still, or kind of there yet. Address that. But has there been any more emphasis from you guys about talking to players about hitting that 100%? And because of the way things are going, especially in this state, has it been more emphasis on getting those?
We've had to change some things we do protocol-wise, where the unvaccinated players have to go through some different things than the vaccinated players, because of of what's going on. But I don't look at us as a team success of getting to 100. It is important that 85% of our guys have had the shots. Like I said, in a few days we'll be crowned fully vaccinated because the window will pass. And it's more than 85%. So, again, what we can do is educate and understand the team concept of it, and we'll see. We'll go from there.
Can you say what protocols have changed?
In terms of,
Non-vaccinated?
yeah, because again, it gets back to last year. We have to avoid potentially triggering contact tracing. So anything that would trigger contact tracing. So again, sitting in meetings together, those type of things. So some guys, while we're meeting, they have to watch the meeting on the Jumbotron or whatever. Look, I don't know what's going to happen outside this building, but there's got to be some different layers to the way things work because those guys, choice notwithstanding, they're putting themselves exposed. So.
I just wanted to ask you about the scrimmage. You have a scrimmage the first weekend. And just
Sunday.
on Sunday, what do you look for in that scrimmage? How far does that go in determining whatever starts?
it's our first of two big ones, you know, but it's the first time we get a chance to just get out there, see what they know. And the big thing for us defensively is tackle. And on offense, break tackles, you know what I mean? So it's always a big day for us. Yep. Thank you all.